Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hafis bin Samsudin. I'm from 4 BMMA 1 stroke 2. Okay, today is our assessment need to doing the lab test about the to calculate the gear ratio. Okay, as we can see, this is the bicycle I have borrowed from my friends, and as we know that today is the first day for PKP, so it's hard or it's difficult to find other ways. Okay, firstly the tools that we need is spanner 14s 17s and adjustable spanner, then tape just to calculate the diameter, then the marker for our to mark when we doing the calculate the gear teeth, right? So for this bicycle, I will not do any changes because this is my friend's bicycles, and it hurts to me, or I'm scared, or I cannot do any changes about this bicycle. And as we know, my friend say this bicycle around 3 to 4,000. Okay. And I'm not I cannot achieve that. Alright. So firstly we need to calculate this gear ratio at the driver. Right? So we mark it 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. Fifty, 51, 52, 53. Okay. For the driver is 53. So we go back to the driving gear. Actually, it was much smaller. So we start mark here. Then we calculate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So at the driver we have 53 teeth. Then at the back or rear teeth, as we known as the driver, is 11. Alright. We make some notes. Okay. So as we can see, the system of this gear in this bicycle, on road bicycle, they have the can change the gear. As you can see, we can change the gear to become a smaller diameter of the gear. Then we can change or make it bigger or smaller. The purpose is to easy the cycling when we when we cycle at the uphill or when we doing the acceleration. Okay, for this, I think we the system no need to improve based on with when we can see there's the strength or the for the chain as the support for the chain. Then they can change the gear. For example, when we cycling to the uphill, we need to change at the driver or in front, we make it more smaller. Besides, at the behind or the driver gear, we make it some much bigger, so the ratio become much higher. But the acceleration become, as we know, the acceleration become more slower when we cycle to up the hill. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you. Then we will go back to see how the calculation we're doing. Thank you. That's all. Right. So this is the how do we calculate the gear ratio. Actually, for the gear ratio, the formula is gear ratio equals to driven over driver. Alright, so we have done to calculate the gear teeth for the driver and driven. Okay, the driver, as we can see, is 53 and the driven is 11. So the formula is output over input 11 over 53 equals to 0.2075. Okay, so that's it. Okay, if we assume that the driving gear is moving at 100 rpm, so the output speed is 100 over 0.2075 equal to 481.93 rpm. Okay, that's all. Okay, so this is the advance for information for the wheel, driver wheel. Actually, they have 22 in cm. So we assume that 100, we put the rpm, revolution per minute, just put 100 to see how much the kilometer per hour that can go. So total is 4.147 kilometers per hour. Okay, that's all. Thank you.